Hello everyone, good day. This is from Group 4 and I am Lovely Pasigna with my co-members Gretchen Romando, Rana Pantoliano and Kimberly Plando. And the topic for today that we are going to tackle is all about Surrealism. So Surrealism is a 20th century art form in which artists or writers combine unrelated images or events in a very strange or dreamlike way. But a precise definition of surrealism can be difficult to grasp. But it's clear that this once avant-garde movement has staying power, remaining one of the most approachable art genre even today. Imaginative imagery spurred by the subconscious is a hallmark of this type of art, which started in the 1920s. So in surrealism, there are two types, namely abstract and figurative surrealism. So when we talk about abstract surrealism, it is a style of art where the artwork does not refer to anything outside of the artwork itself. Surrealism is a style where the artwork draws from the unconscious and the irrational. So abstract surrealism, this is the example. So when we talk about abstract, kanang wala gyud siya kanang specific na figure na image yung makit-an within the art itself. Unlike sa figurative, nga makita na nimo maklaro gyud nimo unsa ang meaning or unsa ang art nga gi-convey sa artist. So figurative surrealism. This surrealism movement had among its principles the concept of naturalistic figuration, which considered that it could be an equally valid resource than other flows. Its artists or representatives were interested in dreams and magical realism. So these are the example of figurative surrealism. So makita gyud nimo ang kalahian sa abstract of figurative surrealism.
So artists you know in surrealism, Salvador Dali, Max Ernest, and Rene Magritte. Salvador Domingo Felipe Jacinto Dali y Dominic, or commonly named as Salvador Dali. He is the first Marquis of Dali de Fubioll, who was a Spanish surrealist artist, renowned for his technical skill, precise draftmanship, and the striking and bizarre images in his work. He was born in Figueres, Catalonia, and Dali received his formal education in the fine arts of Madrid. From an early age, Salvador Dali was encouraged to practice his art, and he would eventually go on study an academy in Madrid. In the 1920s, he went to Paris and began interacting with artists such as Pablo Picasso, Rene Magritte, and Miro, which led to Dali's first surrealist phase. Rene Magritte. Rene Francois Ghislain Magritte was a Belgian surrealist artist. He became well known for creating a number of witty and thought-provoking images, often depicting ordinary objects in unusual context. His work is known for challenging observers' preconditioned perception of reality. Maximilian Maria Ernst, born in April 2, 1891 in rural Germany. He was died on April 1, 1976 at Paris, France. A German painter and sculptor who was leading to advocate of irrationality in art and an originator of the optimism movement of surrealism. Ernst was a German painter, sculptor, graphic artist, and poet. He is a prolific artist, so Ernst was a primary pioneer of the Dada movement and surrealism. Distance of Memory is a 1931 painting by artist Salvador Dali and one of the most recognizable works of surrealism. First shown at the Julian Levy Gallery in 1932, since 1934, the painting has been in the collection of the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, which received it from an anonymous donor. This painting served as a means of introducing surrealism in conventional America. The reason this painting has always been increasingly appealing and has both encouraged and perplexed analysis and explanation is because Dali has effectively combined the dreamlike in the everyday, the illogical and symbolic, technology and nature. And also, the iconography may refers to a dream that Dali himself had experienced, and the clocks may symbolize the passing of time as one experience it in sleep or the persistence of time in the eyes of the dreamer. And the orange clock at the bottom of left painting is covered in X.
The next topic that we're going to tackle about is the history of the Surrealism. So it is being founded by the poet Andrew Breton around 1920s, specifically in 1924. So Breton, he studied medicine and psychiatry and was well versed in the psychoanalytical writing of Sigmund Freud. He was particularly interested in the idea that the unconscious mind, which produced dreams, was the source of the artistic creativity. So he intends that Surrealism is to be a revolutionary movement that capable of unleashing the minds of the masses from the irrational order of society. But how could they achieve the liberation of the human mind? So there came or emerged the idea of the automatism, which it is being adopted by the surrealist artists like Salvador Dali, Max Ernst, Man Ray, Juan Mero, and Yves Tanguy. So these artists or use the automatism. So automatism, it is a practice that is related to free association or a stream of consciousness. This technique it serves as a tool so that the surrealist artist can produce unconscious artwork. So the surrealist artist, the one who is being mentioned earlier, they recognize that the representation of a thing's actual appearance in the physical world might more effectively conjure associations for the viewer, wherein a deeper unconscious reality revealed itself. So these artists like Dali and the Belgian painter René Magritte, though he is not mentioned, but he is one of the surrealist artists. So they created the hyper-realistic dreamlike visions that are windows into a strange world. So the founder of the Surrealism or the Surrealist art movement, which is Andrew Breton, he tends to combine, or his company, they tend to combine the element of Cubism, Expressionism, and Post-Impressionism. And from that combination, they gradually come up to the idea of the Surrealism.